Susan, thank you for coming talking to Living Down Under. So tell me, there's been a few changes recently in the financial world.
There has, absolutely. With the global financial crisis, it's certainly changed things here in Australia. Even though we do have AAA rated banks, so we're believed to be in the top 10 banks in the world with our major banks here, it certainly did change our credit profile. Our mortgage insurers, which are American owned, obviously had a lot of backlash as well. So any lending over 80% certainly clamped down really quickly. We certainly, the 100% loans disappeared overnight, and we still do have 95% lending, but you definitely have to have a very good credit rating, and you certainly need to have at least 3 to 5% genuine savings. Prior to that, you didn't need that at all. So we were certainly opening the doors for a fair bit of risk and fraud going on as well. Otherwise, yeah, credit has clamped down, so it is a little bit tougher to get a loan, investor or owner-occupier. They're definitely looking for genuine savings, as I mentioned. And the government's pulled back on its first home owner grant. Previously we had the $7,000, then you got an extra bit if it was brand new, and you got an extra bit if you constructed. Yeah. That's all gone now, so it's just a flat $7,000. So it still should cover your cost to get into a property.
Oh,
so it's still a bonus.
It's still worth having.
But yeah, we certainly turned the corner. The last 12 to 18 months have been really, really, really crazy. We seem to be coming out of that. There's a lot more relaxation now that we've got the media sort of saying we've come out of the recession that we didn't really have, but there's still a lot of underemployment, which is affecting the way things are graded. So there's still lending available. We just have to make sure it's for the right purpose and that you've got the right criteria.
And you're still seeing quite a few migrants coming through and needing...
Yeah, look, there's always the question, what do we do? How do we start? What do the banks look at? What's a CRAA? So obviously your credit profile. You tend to find the questions from migrants are a little bit different because they're trying to understand our banking system and how it starts. And a lot of the major banks will give you a certain amount of loyalty. If you bank with them, then they're more inclined to give you lending of some sort. We do have a lot of different types of banks here in Australia. We've got your 4 major banks. Then we have what we call second tier banks, which is your Adelaide banks, your Rams, your St George Bank. So they're not as big as the major banks, but they're still a qualified bank. Then you have what we call a mortgage manager. They tend to be one brand, and underneath that they might have 5 or 6 different lenders that you can choose from. So when you go to them, it's one application form. We could try with one lender. If it doesn't fit, we go to the next one. So it's only one credit hit, but it gives you an opportunity to look at all your avenues in one.
That's a really good facility for people coming
Absolutely, absolutely. And it gives you a really wide opportunity, because then you get to choose as well, as opposed to being told what you can and can't have.
Yeah, that's right. You get some options.
Absolutely. When it comes to people coming from interstate, they've generally already got their banking set up, so it's just a matter of, you know, it's more of a holistic service. Well, where do we start? Where should we be looking? This is what we need. And this is where the buyer's agent come into it, and we work together to try and get them the property that they're looking for, and I can still do the finance for them.
So tell me, how do people get in touch with you?
I have a website. It's www.kfsolutions.com.au. And there is a contact page on there, or they can email me direct, which is Susan, Susan, @kfsolutions.com.au.